Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 24, 2020, and this is Ms. Rakel. This tutorial is about Unit 7, Environment, Part 2, Lesson 2. This means this tutorial is continuation to the previous one that introduced the new theme of environment. Today's objective is to activate and build background knowledge in the context of solutions for white pollution as an environmental issue. We have seen this article in the previous tutorial, and we have answered certain questions related to it. In the article, we have seen that the New York State decided to ban the use of plastic bags in its attempt to fight white pollution. Therefore, we can consider this as one solution, but is there any other? Let us watch the video on the other slide to find out the answer.
I forgot what I was supposed to say. These take so long to decompose that if your kids have kids, and your kids' kids have kids, and your kids' kids' kids have kids, they'll still be able to see this plastic bag and play with it. How's that sound? However, there is a solution. Let's go find out. Meet Kevin Kumalan from Bali. He founded a company called Avani. He made a bag, not this one, that's 100% compostable and 100% biodegradable. This bag is awesome. It's literally made from nature. It's made from industrial cassava starch, which is a popular tropical root found in developing countries. The cool thing is that this bag can completely dissolve in water in just under 1 minute.
Here's a piece of a cassava bag in which I'm tearing apart and putting this into a slightly lukewarm water. Our cassava bag has passed all toxicity tests and causes zero harm to nature. It's diluting almost spontaneously, and within just 1 minute, it becomes a green drink for a greener Indonesia. Cheers, boys.
And what if it starts raining on your way home from the grocery store? Well, these bags need to be in very warm water to dissolve quickly. This means you'll be able to go from the grocery store to your house in one piece. Please make sure to share this video so that we can show the world that there's alternatives to plastic bags. Rock on, Mr. Kumalan.
After watching the video about biodegradable plastic bags, can we consider that these biodegradable bags that can easily dissolve in warm water are the ultimate solution for the increased use of plastic bags? Well, this sounds as the perfect solution. But wait a minute. Are there any counter-arguments to the use of biodegradable plastic bags? You'll find out the answer in the next video you will watch.
It is a truth universally acknowledged that the world uses too much plastic and it takes too long to degrade. Right, that we agree on. So you say, let's use biodegradable plastic. Then we can feel like we're doing our part for the planet. It's biodegradable, so it must just disappear into nature. But hold on, is it also simple? Take a look at this study led by researchers at the University of Plymouth. 4 bags with biodegradable properties and 1 conventional plastic bag, all of them exposed to either air, soil or sea. You'd think they'd degrade, but not exactly. After 3 years, some of the biodegradable ones were still usable, strong enough to carry groceries in certain cases.
The key point is that none of those materials could be relied upon to sufficiently degrade over that time. The compostable bag showed the fastest signs of deterioration, but even then, even with that bag in the soil, it was still present even after 3 years.
Let's clarify something. In theory, everything will degrade over time, even traditional plastic bags. 100 years, a diaper, half a century. It's all a question of how long. Biodegradable plastic is made of a particular type of plastic designed to degrade more quickly. But for it to work, it needs oxygen, humidity, and bacteria to digest it. And often in landfill, where our biodegradable bags end up, the conditions simply aren't there. And so yes, your bag will eventually degrade, but not as fast as you might imagine. And worse, without the right conditions, it could end up emitting methane, a greenhouse gas 23 times more potent than CO2. Not ideal. And I forgot, biodegradable plastic can't be recycled.
What people don't necessarily understand is that biodegradable doesn't at all mean recyclable. It's actually the opposite. In reality, we need to get rid of a biodegradable plastic bag. It can't be recycled. It has to be discarded either by sending it to an incinerator or a landfill. So from an environmental perspective, the notion of biodegradability is very questionable.
Add to that, there's no widely accepted norms. So when you see biodegradable written on your packaging, you have no idea what percentage will degrade over what period of time. Basically, it's meaningless. The only reliable standard that exists is the compostable plastic bag. You know those bags made of potato or cornstarch, seaweed? They're recognizable by the logo OK Compost. A promise that your bag will degrade 90% in less than 6 months if, and it's a big if, they are put in very precise industrial conditions, high humidity and 60 to 90 degrees. But how is your bag going to get to this industrial facility? It only works if someone comes to collect your carrot peels, your eggshells, or in this case, your compostable plastic bag.
The amount of bio-waste we collect today is far less than the amount of waste we collect for traditional recycling. What's more, any effort to develop compostable or biodegradable bags won't be effective if we don't have an appropriate sector developed alongside it. One relies on the other.
Take a look in Europe. Only the countries in green have a separate collection and composting supply chain. One country leading the way, Italy, where 1 out of 2 residents has a service that collects its compost. In Milan, for example, in less than 2 years, the city became the biggest in Europe to have a system in place. Today, more than 85% of its organic waste, including compostable bags, is collected. But is the solution to the plastic crisis really a new type of plastic?
I think today the term biodegradable has a good image. And that's what makes it a little dangerous, because it can lead to people taking less responsibility based on the idea that because it's biodegradable, I can, for example, throw my wipe in the toilet. If it's biodegradable, I can leave my packaging on the beach. In reality, this packaging is not going to degrade magically on the beach. And this wipe is going to pose problems in a treatment plant. So in my opinion, it's very dangerous because consumers are going to think there's no risk, when in fact it's a product that impacts the environment.
There
is a lot of greenwashing around this word, biodegradable. We also hear of plant-based plastic, green plastic. You need to be suspicious of all this as a customer because these terms don't mean much. They're often a marketing strategy implemented by companies which haven't really thought about the life cycle of their product. And what happens is you find yourself in the kitchen with a bioplastic bottle with no option on how to recycle it. The advice I give, which works in all cases, the longer a product lasts, the more we reuse it, the better it is for the environment. You can be sure of that almost every time.
Why did plastic bags become so popular in the first place? Partly because they're more durable than paper. And some say if we can't eliminate them entirely, maybe we should go back to basics. Focus less on degradability and concentrate on making them so strong that everyone will use them over and over again.
As a conclusion for our Unit 7, Environment, and as we have seen in the first and second tutorial in the introduction to Unit 7, plastic products cause serious threat to the environment. Some people and officials are trying to face this problem by banning the use of plastic products, especially plastic bags. Others are directing people to use biodegradable bags that can easily be dissolved and biodegraded throughout years. However, there is not one best solution for this problem. People should try to use and reuse the plastic products and minimize the use of this plastic, because even if plastic bags are biodegradable, they might take long years, from 3 to more years, to be degraded. For your assignment, please read the reading text War on Plastic Bags on the pages assigned and do the exercises related to them.